the line. I would like to thank you for your very profound presentation and with cross-tabulation. That is really very interesting to me as an economist. Economic losses is judging on economic losses is also. At this point, I would like to move our audience to another country, from Bangladesh to India. Our next speaker, Ms. Pamela, is from India. Is she with us? Yes, you are here. And I would like to give you the floor for your 10-minute presentation, soil and biodiversity.
Hello.
The floor yours, and please take 10 minutes time. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Do you hear us?
Yes, I do. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes, we hear you.
Okay.
That it's fine. Thank you.
Pamela, you please start. Come on.
I'm not being able to see my presentation. Hello.
Your presentation is here. It is seen. No problem. Go on.
Hello. Okay.
On the screen.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Lizia, for introducing. Using me. I'm going to change would impact soil bacterial communities. If you look at the image, the white contour lines represent important mountain regions of the world. And it is predicted that these regions would experience a temperature increase of 3 to 5 degrees Celsius in 2100. Of all these mountain ecosystems, Himalaya has world's 1/10 of higher altitude plants and animals and stores about 33% of India's soil organic carbon. Now, being carbon rich and temperature sensitive, increase of temperature can lead to depletion of soil organic carbon mediated by soil microbial communities. And this can lead to increase in atmospheric CO2 level. But at present, there is huge knowledge gap regarding how microbial communities would respond to climate change. Now, there are two types of microbes that are associated with the roots that feed on root exudates. And there are free living microbes in the soil that are the major culprits which degrade soil organic carbon and lead to emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This process is known as soil respiration, and it liberates about 10 times more carbon dioxide than anthropogenic sources of CO2. This soil respiration process can lead to a positive feedback to climate warming in case of increase in carbon dioxide emission from the soil. With this background, the objective of our study was to understand how climate warming would impact soil bacterial communities. Specifically, we wanted to understand the shift in bacterial diversity, composition, and functional trait by using experimental warming through high throughput sequencing technique. Our study area is situated in Western Himalaya in Gangotri National Park. This habitat is a typical meadow habitat dominated by herbs and shrubs. And for our experimental warming, we installed open top chambers, as you can see it in the figure. These open top chambers are made up of polycarbonate sheets, which can trap solar radiation and increase the temperature inside the chamber. During 2016, we had installed 4 such open top chambers in the meadow with adjacent control plots. And each plot, we had installed data loggers which monitored hourly temperature. We found that these open top chambers had increased the temperature by 1.5 degrees Celsius. After 1 year of experimental warming, we started collecting soil samples for examining the soil bacterial community. We used sterile soil corer to take stop organic soil, which is known to have high microbial activity. And we have preserved the soil in the field in 100% ethanol for laboratory transportation. In total, we collected soil during 6 time points in 2 consecutive years from 2017 to 2018. In the laboratory, we processed the soil samples and we extracted environmental DNA to identify bacterial community in the soil. We amplified 16S rDNA marker gene through polymerase chain reaction, and the amplified products were used to generate Illumina library, which was sequenced in a machine called MiSeq. This machine is capable to sequence 96 libraries parallelly, and it generates raw sequence data, which can be processed further. After we obtain the raw sequences, we process them in a software called Motul, and from which we obtained bacterial abundance data. This abundance data was further used for bacterial alpha diversity calculation, taxonomic composition generation, and functional prediction. For bacterial diversity estimation, we estimated richness, Shannon evenness, Shannon diversity. For composition, we classified the abundant taxa into bacterial phyla, class, and genera. For functional trait analysis, we classified the abundant gene into metabolism, genetic information processing, environmental information processing, and cellular mobility. All the generated data were then analyzed for significant differences between control and warming plot. What we expected is that the bacterial community diversity, composition, and functional trait would change because of the experimental setup with increase in temperature. Now coming to our result, if you all look at the graph, it represents the bacterial diversity. All the blue circle represent control plot, and the orange triangle represent warming plot. As you can all see from the graph, the bacterial diversity did not change in the warming plots. For composition, we identified 12 abundant bacterial phyla, of which most abundant were Proteobacteria, Actinobacteria, and Firmicutes. If you can look at the graph, you can see that there was no change in the relative abundance of any of the phyla due to warming treatment. Similarly, at class and genus level, there was also no change in the relative abundance of any of the bacterial taxa. Now, at this point, our results indicate that the bacterial community is not responding according to what we hypothesized. Even there was no change in their functional traits. We did not find any change in metabolism, environmental information processing, genetic information processing, and cell mobility. To summarize our work, we conducted experimental warming using open-top chambers in alpine meadow of Himalaya. And our results indicated that there was no change in bacterial alpha diversity, composition, and functional trait. In another study that we conducted in the same region along an elevational gradient, we found that the bacterial community is particularly related with soil properties such as soil organic carbon and soil moisture, but not temperature. And this also tells us that in this study, when we found no change in the diversity, composition, and functional traits, the temperature is not impacting this community. And to conclude the overall study, we can say that the soil bacterial communities in this region are resistant to climate warming, and they would not degrade soil organic carbon that can lead to carbon dioxide emission, which can contribute further to climate warming in future. With this, I would like to acknowledge the following people, our funding agencies, and all faculty members of Wildlife Institute of India. And I would like to thank you all for patient hearing.
Thank you, Ms. Pamela, so much for your profound research and very unexpected results. Though, at least in my mind, climate change should have the direct impact on soil and microbial community. I would like to